Hey good people, welcome to Frizz and Fragrance. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. With the Sephora savings event approaching, I thought I would share some of my favorite fragrances from Sephora, some of the houses that I really like, and then share what is in my cart. So if that sounds good, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and come on down the fragrance rabbit hole because we smell good over here. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm just dandy. It is 9:51. I try to be in bed by 10:30, but I really wanted to record this video because I wanted to have it up before Friday in case anyone is rouge. So this video is going up on Halloween. So happy Halloween if you celebrate. Currently, I'm probably in a Miss Frizzle costume, trick-or-treating or hosting or whatever I'm going to be doing. So that's what's going to be happening over here in this home. So let me know if you're doing anything, but whatever you're doing, please be safe because y'all know it's wild out here in these streets. Now, let's talk about the Sephora savings event. It is happening and it is happening super soon. If you're rouge, that's going to start tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, and that's going to be 20% off. VIB is 15% off. That starts on the 5th. And then Insider is 10% off, and that starts on the 5th. This goes through the 11th, and then anything in the Sephora collection is going to be 30% off for everyone. I do have my makeup favorites and recommendations and wish lists over on Beauty and the Frizz if you're into beauty too, but I just decided to do two separate videos. If you are not rouge, I don't know if it is going to be as pressing to shop this sale because I do find that you can find 15% off of fragrances, luxury fragrances as well. So it's not going to be as worth it for 15 or 10%, but definitely for that 20%, it is worth getting your fragrances if there's something that you want at Sephora. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot over and we're just going to browse the Sephora website. And before I do, I want to say this disclaimer because I said it over on the other channel. You do not have to shop this sale. I do not have to shop this sale. We do not have to shop this sale. And I know in the fragrance community and the beauty community, these are the videos that are in our timelines all the time. And it does create that sense of pressure. I know for some of us, me included, that we have to shop the sale. We do not have to shop. There are going to be so many sales Black Friday, and maybe you're not participating in that. Maybe you don't need anything. Maybe you don't want anything. You don't have to find things to want. And I think it's cool to just listen to what people like. But, you know, if it's going to be something that pressures you or puts you in a space where you're wanting to shop but not really wanting to shop, just know you don't have to. There is no judgment over here. So don't even worry about it, sweetheart. Don't even worry about it. Okay, now I'm going to move over and we're going to get on the Sephora site so I can chit chat about fragrances because y'all know I love to do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw up my screen recording. That way you all can see what I'm looking at. There are a lot of fragrances that I like at Sephora, but I'm just going to maybe talk about a few of the houses that I have really come to love and tell you the fragrances that I like. And then we'll get into the cart. First, let's go ahead and check out what's on the new page for fragrances. We have this Glossier You Travel Spray Trio. You'll see that I have this in my cart. I don't think I've smelled You, but I saw that they came out with two flankers and one of them really caught my attention because it has some cherry in it and some praline. So I am thinking about getting this set with the three, I think it's 10 mLs, 8 mLs. I'm thinking about that. And that's brand new at Sephora. Okay, we have this Burberry Goddess Intense. If you, I can't even say that because fragrance is so personal. This Burberry Goddess Intense was not it for me. I'm so disappointed with it. The lavender is strong and I like lavender, but it's just the combination of notes that just did not do well on my skin. It's almost, what do I want to call it? Almost minty. It just wasn't right. I'm going to stick with the original Goddess and I don't need a replacement of that. I see that Merit also came out with a fragrance, and let's just take a look at the notes here. It's a warm and sheer fragrance with bergamot, jasmine, and musk. And if you're familiar with Merit, you'll know it is a beauty brand. They do really nice beauty products as well. But I think I'm going to pass on that. The Tom Ford Black Lacquer, Ariel and I tried in our Trying New Sephora Fragrances video, and I just wasn't a fan. I think the Tom Ford fragrances are really, really overpriced, and even with 20%, it's just not something I need to be buying. We have the Candied Lychee by Seven Virtues. This one smells really nice. It is like a floral fruity fragrance. I think that's the category. Lychee, peony, and vanilla. This might be something for me to get during the spring, but I have a lot of floral fruity fragrances and I'm just not really in the mood for those as much right now with the fall being here and winter approaching, but it does smell good. Some of my favorite fruity florals are these Carolina Herrera's. So they have some different sets and these are like classic fragrances and I really like those. There are also these sampler sets that have the redeemable voucher, and that I think is another good way to try some different fragrances if you are interested. And let's see, I think the voucher is good for a full size of one of the fragrances in this kit. So there's a lot of really classic ones here if you are getting into fragrance. And oh, Princess, I wore that today. If you're wanting to just experiment, her is really good with some different fragrances. There's a nice variety here. Yeah, all kinds. That's pretty good. So let me know what you think about that. I know some creators have done videos about which sets are worth it. That one seems worth it to me, but I am not sure. All right, KLE has a lot of my favorite fragrances, so we'll go into that. But this Silk Santal is definitely a favorite. We got some Brown Girl Jane, some Sol de Janeiro. We see some Killian here. Old Fashioned is another one that Ariel and I tried that I just didn't care for at all. Wheat Absolute, Divina Essence, and Cedarwood. I just felt like it smelled too much like alcohol. And I'm all about boozy fragrances, but I just didn't really like that one. We got some sets here. I'm just trying to see if anything else is sticking out. Dear Sky is one we tried. Really nice, clean, everyday fragrance. Definitely great for daytime or work. Running errands. This one has notes of honeydew, melon, white peony, and ambrette. I thought it smelled really nice. I get the feeling that it's not super long lasting, but it does smell good. Let's just see if there's anything else I want to mention on this new page. Ginger Biscuit. This one is one that comes out around the holidays. And I found out that this one didn't last really long on me. This is from Jo Malone. And Dua has a dupe that lasts and outperforms the OG. So that's just something to think about. I'm not trying to set anybody up. Love Shack Fancy. I was looking at these body and hair mists, but I really don't need them. And we see that there are some more sets. So I'm just scrolling through, making sure I'm not missing anything before I go into some of my favorites. I really like this Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush Elixir. I'm not going to get the mini. This isn't the one I would get. I would get like the $100 size if I get it, but I think I'm going to just hold off because I think I can find that on FragranceNet. This Mini Vanilla Sin, I didn't put that on my recommendations, but this one smells good. It's got some vanilla and cherry and sandalwood, and it is a body spray. I like it. I wear it a lot. I put it on, I layer it. I put it on at bedtime, sitting right here on my dresser. If you don't like sandalwood, I don't think you would like this because it's gourmand, but I think the sandalwood keeps it from being like edible gourmand. We do have Ariana Grande now at Sephora, so if you like her fragrances, they are there. And Montal is at Sephora, but I think we can get better deals possibly. So I think we're coming to the end of the page. I love the Wedding Velvet Silk Santal, so I'll talk about that when we go into KLE. Oh, Forever Mood. Forever Mood fragrances are really nice. I do have all four. I don't think they're the longest lasting fragrances, but I really like all four of those. All right, let us just go ahead and get into some of my favorite fragrance houses here at Sephora. And we're going to start with Fleur. Fleur has to be one of my favorites. So you see they have this set here. Is that Father? I wore Father Figure last night. I love me some Father Figure. They have Father Figure, Missing Person, and Vanilla Skin. I think these are three of their most popular fragrances, and they're $28. I wonder how many mLs? 5 mLs. That would be worth it if you're looking to experience the house. Vanilla Skin is almost, it doesn't smell exactly like it, but it's the equivalent to a vanilla 28. Like, it just goes with everything. It smells so good. The body spray and the eau de parfum, I don't like one better than the other. I wear them both. Missing Person is a musky skin scent, stays really close to you. And I am looking for I had a little 2 ml of that because I was thinking about getting a larger size, but I don't think I really need to own that right now. Father Figure to me is like a warm hug. It's such a cozy scent, and it's really unique. It's hard for me to explain it, and it's truly a unisex fragrance. It is so, so good. I almost feel like it has like a tobacco in there, but I don't think it does. It's very nice. Of course, it has a fig note, but it's not a green fig fragrance. It says it is, but it just doesn't feel green to me like some of the other fig fragrances that I've tried. So I think that would be a really nice value if you're looking to try out Fleur. Again, the body spray is really great. Missing Person is pretty classic for the house. I want to talk a little bit about, let me find it, Strawberry Letter. Strawberry Letter is one that I enjoy. I have the travel size and the full size. And it's one that I think you could even wear now in the fall. It is a strawberry fragrance, but it's got woodiness in there that stops it from being just straight summertime, straight gourmand. It's a really interesting strawberry fragrance. And if you like strawberry but want something that smells a little different, you might be interested in that one. Soft Spot is great. That's another one that I think is an everyday fragrance, and it's not super strong. It's probably a little bit stronger than Missing Person. It's more of a skin scent, and it reminds me of, you remind me from Forever Mood. There is some vanilla orchid, sandalwood, and musk, but Soft Spot almost smells like it has like an apricot in there or mandarin. It's a very, very nice fragrance, and I love that. I only have let's see, I only have this travel, and now this is making me feel like, do I want to get another one? Because I do wear this one a lot. Yeah, there's something like an apricot or something in there that smells really nice. I didn't get the caramel skin. I'm not too big on the caramel. You see they have a discovery set. I told you about Father Figure. And Missing Person, again, that's one of their popular ones. So they have the lotion here. Talked about Strawberry Letter. Didn't get coconut skin. I do have Dragon Fruit. I think Dragon Fruit is very generic. One of those fruity, shampoo-y fragrances. I would go with Moonstone if you wanted to try one of the body sprays. Green Apple, Jasmine, and Sandalwood. There's something in there that reminds me a little bit of Baccarat Rouge, just a little bit on the dry down. But this one's pretty nice if you're looking to try that one. I'm not a huge fan of Mood Ring. I was at first because it's like gummy bears, but there's a woodiness on that dry down that I'm not liking. And not woodiness, musky. It's musky on the dry down, and I don't like the combo with the fruit. So I would pass on Mood Ring. I know a lot of people like it. Tangerine Boy is great. That's just like super tangerine. I don't smell anything else. I am not really in that vibe right now. So those are my picks from Fleur, and I think they are such a unique house and very creative. Let's talk about KLE next. They have so many that are great. They also have some sets. So if you're just wanting to try out different fragrances from the house, you could do that. The Wedding Silk Santal, as I was mentioning, I really hope they do not sell out of this. I absolutely love this fragrance so much. And when they brought the fragrance back out or restocked it, it made me pull mine out again. And I'm like, this is so good. It's really special. You got the sparkling champagne, there's white freesia and sandalwood, but there's also like some vanilla in there. It's a very elegant fragrance and it's long lasting. I love, love, love Silk Santal. And so I don't want this in the mini size. I want this in the full size because I'm just like sparingly using the mini, you know, while it's here, but it's almost done with. So I love that. Vanilla 28 is a classic. I know people love this one by itself. They love it to layer. And we've got the Vanilla Orchid, the Tonka Absolute, and the Amber Wood. So that's been around a while. They did have the Vacation in a Bottle mini perfume set. And then they also sold them separately. Out of these, I really liked the lemon sugar one. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Capri in a Bottle, lemon sugar. I think Maui in a Bottle was great. That with that sweet banana. Maldives in a Bottle was Elan Coco. Those were good. Wasn't a huge fan of Marrakesh in a Bottle, the Orange Blossom. And I think it was because of the bergamot. Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar is awesome. You will see I am almost out of that. Really great fragrance. The other one that I love, I like Eden Sparkling Lychee, but that's one I would push to the spring if I was, you know, really trying to weed things out. Same with Eden Juicy Apple. Yum Pistachio, I will wear that any time of year. I don't care what kind of fragrance it's supposed to be. That one is fantastic. The Wedding Velvet Santal is so good as well. I don't think I'm going to be getting a full size just because I have to, you know, budget. But this one has the White Musk, Sandalwood, and Cedarwood, and that was the male fragrance. But it's still very unisex. You can wear it by itself, and it smells very good with Silk Santal. But it's worth a full bottle for sure. All right, Yum Pistachio, excellent. There's another one. Love Fest Burning Cherry is the other one that I have. And so good. I love cherry fragrances, and this one has the black cherry, the rose, and the Palo Santo. So there's like a little bit of like wood in there from the Palo Santo, a little bit of like spiciness. It is such a good cherry. I really enjoy that one. And those are all of my KLE fragrances, and I know there are other ones that people really like. I wasn't really too much of a fan of the Oogasm ones. I didn't like those that much. All right, the next house we are going to talk about, let's talk about Killian. I don't have a whole lot of Killian fragrances that I would recommend. Princess would be my number one. It is so, I have Princess right here. This one is so good. This is one of my signature scents, and I think it's totally worth the full bottle. $450. The travel size is also there, $433. It's like green tea and marshmallow and like matcha or something. It's so fluffy and it's light, but I love wearing it because I'll just get whiffs of it throughout the day. And it's just a very gentle fragrance, but I really enjoy that one a lot. Of course, Angel Share is another one that's great. I bought that one about a year or two ago, and I still have some. It's a strong fragrance, which is great. It's very boozy. So you got like the cognac, there's tonka bean and oak wood. It is very warm. There's like cinnamon. It almost reminds me of an apple pie. Love Don't Be Shy is another one that a lot of people like. Apple brandy as well. I don't own any of these. I didn't really like Born to Be Unforgettable. This was supposed to have that Coca-Cola note in it, and I just felt like the Coca-Cola part just didn't stay in that fragrance. So I was not a fan of that one, but let me know. they have some really good ones. And then there's like these different sets. So if you're not sure, then maybe you want to explore one of these sets like this one, the best selling perfume. And they have another one that's a little more upgraded. So let me know your thoughts on Killian if you have any favorites, because they're really good. This one right here, this one's $210 though, but I know some people were looking at that one. This one has Good Girl Gone Bad, Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy is a nice one, really nice, really sweet. That's the one that people say Rihanna smells like. There's a Black Phantom, Angel Share. Is it just a 4? Oh, it's one more. Let me see the other one. Sacred Wood is the other one. This one is pricey, I have to say that. All right, that's going to be it for Killian. Now, I do want to look at the Gucci fragrances. I had one Gucci fragrance, and I just wasn't a fan of it. I gave it to my sister, and she really liked it. It's, I think, their newest one. It's the Flora Gorgeous Orchid. This one right here, the yellow one. And I think that what I didn't like about it was that it's a vanilla, but it's a bit aquatic, and I don't think I like the two together. The aquatic notes in there do make the fragrance good for springtime, like a spring vanilla, but I just wasn't a huge fan. And it says Vanilla Duo, Vanilla Orchid, and Marine Ozonic Accord. I think those are those like aquatic type notes, but a lot of people like this one and some of the other Gucci fragrances, but that's the only one that I've smelled. I just wanted to mention Gucci because this is a brand that you're not going to get a sale on anything in this brand too often. So the 20% is probably the best that we're going to get. Let's talk about Seven Virtues next. The Seven Virtues is another favorite of mine. We did talk about the Candied Lychee, and I am going to pass on that right now. But Vanilla Woods is awesome. We've got pear, rose, and vanilla. It is so good. It almost smells like a little bit of tobacco in there. It would go very well with Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. That would be such a great combination. Do I have Tobacco Vanille? Because I might need to wear that tonight. It is very special. So I love, love, love Vanilla Woods. The other one, Cherry Ambition. Cherry Ambition almost reminds me of the Love Fest Burning Cherry from Killian. This one is so good. Now I want to wear this one tonight. We have notes of cherry, saffron, and vanilla. This one is so nice. The other one that I have is Amber Vanilla. I have this one in a travel size. This one's just a nice, basic, but cozy, non-offensive vanilla. So we have Amber, Pink Carnation, and Vanilla. See, Coconut Sun is okay. I have to be in the mood for coconut. Santal Vanille. Y'all, this one is so good too. Myrrh, Vanilla, and Sandalwood. It is beautiful. Santal Vanille, so good. And I think that might be it that I own. I think that's it. Yeah. They do have a nice discovery set so that you can try on a lot of the fragrances. But the ones that I mentioned, those are just their best. And I'm really happy with what I have from Seven Virtues. I'm happy with the longevity and all of those good things. I do want to mention Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana, and I'm sure they have another, let's see. They did come out with the Intense one. I have not smelled that. This one reminds me, or the OG version, reminds me a bit of like a creamsicle. It reminds me of those lemon pound cakey type of fragrances. This one has hazelnut, orange blossom, and Madagascar vanilla. I do have this one, and it does smell very nice, but you may have something in your collection. Like if you have that Killian lemon sugar, if you have Acro Bake. I mean, they're not exactly the same because those have lemon. This one has an orange, but it's going to really give you the same thing. I promise you, because that's why Devotion is not getting more to my collection, and I need to really pull that back out. Oh my gosh, I was about to scroll past one of my favorites. Burberry Goddess, hands down, one of my top 5 fragrances. I love it so much. I don't need it because I have a travel and I have my 30 ml, but they are both running very low. This one has a lot of vanilla in it with the lavender. We have vanilla infusion, vanilla caviar, and vanilla absolute. I thought there were like 4 different vanillas, but either way, really beautiful. The one thing I don't like is that they're not saying that lavender is a keynote. And I think that, oh, it says it in the description, but it's not saying it at the notes. And I think that the lavender does turn some people off. So I wish they had that in the notes. But I love Burberry Goddess. Do not go for the intense. I'm just trying to let y'all know. Ooh, another one I like is the Black Opium. So not this one, but I do have the Over Red right here. I like Over Red, but I think the cherry is pretty fleeting in that fragrance. There's the Over Red right here, but it is nice. I do enjoy it very much. Cherry Accord, Coffee Accord, and Vanilla Infusion. I wanted to mention the Le Parfum. That one is so awesome. That's all I can say. I don't know. I'm not even seeing it on here anymore. That's sad. Because the Le Parfum is very vanilla heavy. It's so nice. But I don't see it. Okay. Sorry. I want to mention this one fragrance from Juliet Has a Gun, Ode to Dullness. I think that that fragrance is just awesome. I have it in a travel spray. This one is like clean sheets. It's Badiane, Cashmere Flower, and Tonka Bean. It is definitely warm and sheer, but it's super strong. It smells like clean clothes, dryer sheets, or clothes hanging on the line outside. It's something that I want to spray my sheets with. It smells fantastic. I'm not sure, you know, if that's everyone's cup of tea, but it definitely smells clean and it is very long lasting. Don't spray too much because it can be too much, but I love that one. I also went in because I had gotten some PR from Henry Rose, and I remembered that I did a discovery set review on the other channel, but Henry Rose is Michelle Pfeiffer's brand. And they sent me Queens and Monsters, which is really nice. I can still smell it. It dries down to, it's like almost like a fluffy skin scent. Actually, all the ones from Henry Rose that I've smelled smell very nice. They did send me the one called Queen and Monsters. So let me find that. I think I passed it. And I haven't smelled all of them. I've only smelled like 5 or 6. Queens and Monsters has neroli, freesia, and sandalwood, and it is so nice and it's so soft, and that's how all of their fragrances are that I've smelled. So I would recommend trying the Discovery Kit, which is $28 here. You can see that, or you can check out, you know, the review that I did on the other channel. I'll have to figure that out and link it. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any of these, but I just wanted to mention Henry Rose as well. Okay, I think we're now ready to go into my cart, and I'm going to show you what I have. It's not really a lot. I really want to try Brown Girl Jane, and so I meant to mention that earlier, had anyone tried it. This is the Discovery set, and Ariel and I are going to film that together. They do have the one fragrance that's a cherry fragrance, but that cherry fragrance is not on the Sephora website. So I am curious to smell that. And I think that's going to be really fun to do. I also have 2 travel Brown Girl Jane fragrances. The first one is Carnival. I remember when this one came out. And we have notes of Caribbean mango, whipped musk, and vanilla. I think that's going to smell great. And then I also have Carousel in my cart, which has notes of caramelized apple, soft cloud musk, and sandalwood cream. So that sounds really interesting. I also have the vanilla bourbon from Nest New York. I know some people say this one is generic. We have keynotes of vanilla bourbon, brown sugar, and night blooming jasmine. So I want to try that. And that's it. I told you all about the Glossier Travel Trio. And maybe I can find the notes so I can let y'all know what the notes are. So the original You has notes of pink pepper, iris, and ambrox. The You Doe Parfum, and these are 78. Sweet Violet, Palo Santo, and Ambrox. And I'm not sure what that one would smell like. But then we have this one, the You Rev or Reeve. And this one has notes of buttercream, plum butter, and ambrox. So they all have that ambrox, but the rest of the fragrance is made up of other notes. This is the one I'm the most excited about, but I think I am going to just do the travel set. And I'm not doing anything with Thomas Ford. He is too expensive. I just don't feel like the last fragrance I got from him lasted. So Thomas is out. Let me see what else before we get off of here. Of course, like Dior has a bunch of fragrances. I'm just not familiar with them at all. So I didn't include that as a recommendation. I was interested in this Have My Heart Mini Hair and Body Mist set, but I'm like, what am I doing with that? I'm not doing anything. So just moving on. Just wanted to share that though. There's Dior, there's Prada. Prada has a couple of fragrances that look like they could be nice, but just gonna chill, y'all. I think we really covered everything. Hey y'all, Miss Frizzle here, editing.
Hi, it's August the booty.
Okay. So I forgot about one fragrance, and it's the new Valentino Gold. Sorry. There's a men's and a women's, and the women's has notes of mandarin essence, gardenia, and solar cocoa accord. I'm going to stay away from that because of the coconut, but I know my friend Dr. Ash loves it. She was like, it is so good. She smelled it, and she might get that one in a full size. I'm a little weary of that. I do like the green extravaganza one from Valentino, but I just wanted to mention that because at first they only had the men's on there, and now they have the women's. So wanted to mention that before we get out of here. All right. So now that we've gone through the Sephora website and you've seen what's in my cart, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Are you planning on shopping the sale? Are you skipping it? And if you are shopping it, I'd love to know what fragrances you are looking to purchase during, the sale. So that is going to be it. You kind of see a window into what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to do too much as per usual, but I'm so excited to try these new ones. So I will have a haul video where I share the fragrances and, do some first impressions. So that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.